Hi, and welcome back to yoga. My name is Shannon. Thank you for joining me. As always, do what you can. Do what is safe and comfortable for your body. Don't force your body into anything it doesn't want to do. All right, we're going to get started with some gentle Kripalu mat yoga. Sit comfortably. Could be both legs bent. Maybe you're in half or full lotus. Maybe your back is resting against the wall, or maybe you're sitting in a chair. Maybe you've got one knee extended or both. If you have an ankle or hip or knee thing you need to take care of. Just begin to tune in. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Sit in stillness for 1 to 3 minutes, watching your thoughts. Follow the in-breath from empty as it rises and your lungs become increasingly more full. All the way to the top when the lungs feel full and there's a brief pause. And then follow your exhalation from the top with full lungs all the way down, releasing all of the carbon dioxide to that brief pause at the bottom when the lungs are empty. And then begin to inflate the place below your belly button if you can, expanding your rib cage, lifting through your chest and head. And as you breathe out, see if you can keep that length, but soften from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and toes, as if someone had dripped honey onto the crown of your head. And as it drips down from the top of your head, it brought with it a wave of relaxation. On your in-breath, softly lengthen tailbone to crown, up into the honey, our imaginary honey. And on your out-breath, keep imagining that honey dripping down your temples, into your ear canals, through your jaw, and cheeks, and mouth, and throat. Not in any sort of choking sensation, just relaxing. This wave of relaxation from your head, through your forehead and temples, through the ears, through the throat, through your shoulders, down your arms, all the way to your fingers, through your trunk from shoulders to hips, and finally through your legs from pelvis to toes. Notice your whole body again when you finish, tracing your imaginary honey. And now begin to notice if there's any area that jumps out at you. If there's something that says, pay attention to me, then send your attention to that place. As you breathe in, gently surround this place. And as you breathe out, let your exhalation wash away one layer of tension and stress, as if you were removing a jacket or pair of shoes that was a little bit too tight. So loosely quote Dana Falls. One more deep breath here, bringing attention to that space in the center of your forehead, in between your eyebrows. Soften it on your out breath. And on your next in-breath, begin to grow an inch taller, hips to head. And on your out-breath, gently lean back and round. So if you're in a chair, scoop forward. Inhale, lengthen up, hips to head. Exhale, lean back and round. Deep breath in as you lengthen up. This time as we rock back, go off to the left if you can, so your right ear drops and your left shoulder lifts. And then inhale, center and forward. Exhale, back into the right. Left ear down, right shoulder up. One more time each way. Breathe in and out. In and out. Come up to a tall spine, lengthen hips to head, bring your hands by your hips, take a deep breath out and up. Exhale, home to your heart. Hands by your hips, inhale out and up. Exhale, home to your heart. One more deep breath in and out. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up. Take a deep breath in, exhale, rock to the left, open up your right side. Maybe look to the right. Inflate your right lung. Let go of your breath. If it's safe with the right knee dropping down, begin to roll your right elbow and shoulder back. Take another breath or two. And then inhale up, and on your exhale, going back over. Left hand down if you can, right hand tips over. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just go where it's safe to go with both hips on the floor. One more deep breath into the right lung. Push through the left hand, reach through the right as you inhale up. And then pause, check in. If anything is too much, don't go so far, don't stay so long. We're going to reverse so the other leg is in front or on top if you can. Or maybe your half lotus or lotus gets reversed. Inhale, palms up to the sky. On your exhale, rock over to the right and stretch the left side, just to where it's safe. As you breathe, you might drop in a little deeper, but maybe not today. If you find that left hip popping up, that's a sign we've gone a little too far, drop it back down. Think of rolling your left shoulder and elbow back and maybe lifting your chin. If that's too much or anything is too much, don't do it. One more deep breath. Inhale up. And we're going to exhale back over to the right, stretching your left side one more time. You can inhale and look down and exhale and look up. You can stay still. Move your head in whichever direction feels best. Just be mindful of that right shoulder. If it's up near your chin and earlobe and it's kind of jamming and crunching your neck, think of rolling it down and dropping through your elbow. Maybe putting a block under your arm if that's better. One more deep. Whatever you have handy, a folded up blanket works nicely. The more you fold it, the thicker it gets. The thinner you fold it, the wider, the thinner it is. Lengthen your legs out, breathe out, gently bounce, and rock. Get your feet a little bit wider and do the Mercedes in and out. Beautiful. Let's find our way into child's pose. If it's safe, hands back by your feet today. And of course, as usual, if anything is too much, modify in the usual ways, blocks, pillows. Breathe into your chest and shoulders and upper back. Surrender into your mat. 3 more deep breaths into that shoulder girdle and upper back spot. And when you breathe out, heavy head, heavy chest, heavy arms and legs. If you're not sure how to modify, you can go back and check one of my early gentle videos where I go through all the props. The restorative one uses a lot of props too, so you can check those. One more breath. Let go. Come up to all fours. Gently and slowly. And when you get there, wag your tail, just feeling out hips and shoulders today. Oh, notice how they feel after sleeping, sitting at the computer, driving, all the tasks of our modern world. We're going to start going into our cat and cows. And again, as usual, if you get wrist pain, modify with your fist or by folding up your mat so your wrist has more height. Inhale, head and tail up. Exhale, round into cat stretch. Just doing what's good for your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take 2 more cat and cows this morning. In deeply into the heart space. Head and tail softly pull apart. Exhale, gently push the ground away, drawing in the lower belly, hips forward, chin down. Come into neutral spine, flat back, extend out through your right leg. Level your hips, level your shoulders, breathe. Inhale, gently lengthen. Exhale, draw that space below your navel in and up. Soften your shoulders towards your hips. Take one more breath, and if it's safe, float your left hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep finding your balance. Take a deep breath in. If it's safe, elbow and knee come towards each other. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower belly in. Elbow and knee come towards each other or past each other. Let's do two more, and if this is too much, you can always leave your left hand down and just move the right leg. After the last one, we're going to hold just the leg or both arm and leg if you can. And for those that really want to work today, we're going to open to the side. Left arm out, shoulder high. Right leg out, hip high if you can. Breathe, reach, come back to the front. Reach or front to back, and then go for your dancer bind if this is in your practice. If we've gone way beyond where you're comfortable today, rest in your child's pose, and we'll do the other side in just a moment. Knees, hips, and head down. Release. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do one more deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Always work to your level. If your wrists start talking to you, maybe switch into the fists or fold up your mat. We're going to try the other side, left leg and right arm. Do what you can. Breathe in, find center. Breathe out. Remember, if the arm is too much, just do the leg. One more deep breath. Level your hips. Try not to spin open if you can help it. Drop it down. Deep breath in, exhale, elbow and knee or just the knee. Do what you can. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. If 4 is too many, just do 2 or just do 1. If you need to rest, rest. If you're safe here, we're going to hold. If you want to open to the side, open it up on your exhale. Reach out of center. Breathe. Draw in the lower navel. Take it front to back. Inhale, reach. If you can, lower belly in as we bind. Push your foot into your hand. Open up, or maybe use a throw belt, a tie, whatever's handy. Release, and we're going to cat and cow. If you needed child's pose before now, go right to that child's pose. One more deep breath. Let it all go. And we're going to meet in child's pose, hands back by the feet if it's safe. If you prefer a different version, go for what feels good to your body. Maybe hands under your head. Maybe big pillow under your head. Maybe small pillow under your head. Breathe into your upper back. Surrender into your mat. You could fold or roll up towels to support your head or your ankles. One more breath. Let your head drop. Let your arms drop. Let your chest and legs become super heavy. Bring your hands near your knees, hands or fists. Take a deep breath in, push the ground away, and roll up to seated on the feet if you can. Feel free to tuck your toes under, use your blocks, lean forward, put a pillow between your hips and heels, or 2, or fold the pillow up so the big, the small end is back here and the big fat 2 ends are under your bottom if you need more support. Just breathe. Also feel free to inhale, rock forward, and exhale, rock back. And just apply a little pressure bit by bit as your hips and knees and ankles will take it. Don't do it all in one day. One more breath. You can do the same thing if you're farther up. Inhale forward, exhale back. Or again, put that little rolled up towel under your ankles and see if that helps. We're going to come back onto the belly if you can. All the way down. You can always take your chaturanga, dandasana, plank, chaturanga, hover, and then rest if you want a little more physical practice. Take a deep breath. Let your body become super heavy. And we're going to find our way into a plank. So if it's safe, hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under, take a deep breath in, pull the space below your belly button in and up and push up. If that's too much, come onto your knees and then see if we can extend back. Maybe just one leg and switch partway through, or if it's safe, one and then the other. Feel free to modify with your fists or elbows if that makes you feel better. And try not to let your head hang as this puts pressure on your neck, your cervical spine. Lengthen head to heels or head to hips, whatever you choose, and breathe. Take one more deep breath. Inhale first. On your exhale, slowly lower into your Chaturanga Dandasana and hover, or knees, chest, chin. Caterpillar down. Breathe. Maybe you're hovering, maybe you're touching. One more breath. We're going to pull through and open up the heart space. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more deep breath into your chest. You don't have to lift the chin if that's too much for your neck or back. And we're going to push back into extended child's pose. Lower belly in to support your back. All 10 fingers spread, almost like you're clawing the mat. If you prefer a down dog, go for the down dog. Maybe you went reverse chaturanga to down dog. Breathe in. More deep breaths. One more deep breath. We're going to start to meet lunge with the right leg to the front. If you're in down dog and you want to take the right leg up into three-leg dog, maybe your twist, feel free to go through any of that. Meet in the lunge. If you're in child's pose, we're just going to come up to lunge, and you can help your right foot forward by pushing the calf or heel. Start to lengthen from your back left knee through your thigh, through your hips, through your rib cage and spine, and all the way out the top of your head. Breathe. Feel free to use your blocks or any supports you have here, a little footstool, a nice big, thick, heavy book, anything handy, a couple of pillows if they're stable enough, or your folded up blankets or towels. One more deep breath. If you could breathe into this front of the left hip and thigh. Let it go. We're going to switch sides, either through all fours or those that are comfortable. Feel free to hop. You can have knee down, or knee up. If you're comfortable lengthening and lifting, these are other options. We're still getting that same front of the thigh stretch on the right side. But we want to make sure that if we're lifting up, we're not rocking back, because this is not the same as this, right? And this is not the same as this. We want it nice and deep, so go where you can and breathe. If this is way too much, keep it down, just lengthen from your knee to your chest. We're going to meet down dog or child's pose. Step it back. Breathe out. Let go. Two more deep breaths. One more deep breath. Find your way to the front of the mat, seated. From your down dog, you can hop through to your bottom if that's in your practice. If it's not, we're just going to crawl up. If you're not sure about some of these things I'm talking about, we usually go into them in more detail in the advanced practices. So you can always check out one of those videos if you're not sure and you want to know. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up, and on your exhale, start to rock back around your spine. Inhale, lift through your chest and head, roll your shoulders down. Exhale, lean back and round. We're going to try two more. You can stay on the shins if you can reach comfortably. You can use your thighs if you can reach comfortably. Those that want the physical challenge and are used to the way I teach could do this with feet up or legs extended. So choose your level of comfort today where you're safe. And then we're going to start working our way onto the back. So maybe you're all the way down like this to the head, or maybe you're supporting, maybe walking the feet in a little bit, or using your forearms, that space between your elbow and wrist. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Reach out, shoulder blade to fingertip. Let your arms become super heavy. Heel toe your feet together. Relax your knees open. And just breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Let your head and shoulders and hips become lead weights. If this is way too much pressure for your hips, you can cross ankles and shins. So one foot is under the opposite calf or knee for some extra support. Or you can put your pillows, your blocks, whatever you have handy under your thighs and knees to help hold them up a little bit so it's not so much pull in the pelvis and inner thigh. Take another deep breath or two. Sending your attention more and more and more inside yourself. And then begin to push your feet together as you lift your knees up. Gently heel toe them in the opposite direction so your knees and inner thighs come together and your feet are wide. Adjust until you find a spot that feels nice for your knees and hips and ankles. Take a deep breath. Let go. If you're feeling a pull in one of the joints that is too much, shift your toes and heels around until you find a better spot. Forward, backwards, left, right, explore. Take one more slow, deep breath. Let it go. If you can, we're going to release the knees so the feet are more or less mat width apart. Pull your heels in so they're a little bit closer to your hips if that's okay. Arms are either going to go out shoulder high or perhaps overhead. You decide what feels best. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, roll knees to your right, head to your left. And then inhale through center and exhale, reverse. Knees to the left, head to the right. One more time each way. Breathe in and out. Go slow. Explore your hips, inner and outer thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. Be gentle with your knees and ankles. If your body's telling you anything is too much, feel free to grab some sort of support and set yourself up, an ottoman, a footstool, a pillow, a blanket, a stack of pillows or blankets. And we're going to hold, if we can, knees to the right, head to the left for 3 deep breaths. Those that have bendy bodies and are going for a deeper stretch, you can hook the right ankle over the left thigh. One more slow, deep breath. When you're ready, gently release. Let your knees float up. Deep breath in. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. And if it's safe, we're going to hold for 3 breaths. If it's not, you can inhale, come up to the middle, and exhale, drop off to the left, just to where it's safe. And then inhale, come back up, and exhale, start to drop to the left. So just explore. Those that want to go deeper can hook. If you're hooking, try to keep pressure off of your knee. Try to go up a little higher towards your hip, because your heel is naturally going to slide down your thigh towards your knee. So if we start near the knee, then we're going to end up with that left heel putting a lot of pressure on the right knee, and we don't want that. One more deep breath, feeling that nice opening in the right waist and hip, maybe breathing into that place if you're safe. Release the left foot if it was on top. Knees come back up. Gently heel toe your feet together and slowly extend out one at a time or both together. Reach your arms overhead. Reach from fingers to heels. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, open up like a little sand angel since we're in Florida, or I'm in Florida. Palms up, shoulder blades down your back. Reach out through your heels. Circle your toes. Circle your ankles and spread your toes. And then rock your feet in and out. Big toes in and out. And then let your feet fall open. Take a deep breath in, feeling your whole body. Let go, maybe let out a sigh. Make this time and space for yourself to be a human being, not a human doing. Just feeling your breath. Feeling that space in between your eyebrows and the center of your forehead. Checking in with your heart. and your gut, those centers of knowing, non-verbal centers of knowing. If you feel a bit of tension in your body, take one more deep breath, and as you let it go, imagine yourself sinking 2 inches further into the floor. As if you could melt into your mat the way that butter melts into the tiny holes on warm toast. Dissolving. When you feel ready, take a deep breath. Let it go. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And your head turn to the right and the left. When you feel ready, raise your right arm overhead. Put your right foot on the mat. And on your exhale, roll onto the right side. Curl up into the fetal position. And just rest for a few deep breaths. Feeling your breath coming in. And feeling your breath going out. Letting go of all the carbon dioxide. Holding nothing back. Maybe one more slow, deep breath. And then eyes closed if you can. Begin to gently and slowly guide yourself up to seated. And home to your heart. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to you. Peace to your loved ones. And peace to our beautiful earth. Inhale your hands out and up with gratitude and grace, receiving all that there is. And as you come home, ask for clarity in your mind, clarity in your speech, and clarity in your heart. The light within me bows before the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.